welcome back to Follow Me to the Magic. Tonight I am hanging out with you so I can show you everything I purchased on my last trip to Disney World. This trip I went a little crazy. It was actually nothing huge, but it's a bunch of little things. And the theme of this trip somehow turned out to be coffee mugs. So I'm not going to waste your time, so let's just jump into it. Just as a reminder, I was there for my birthday for about a week at the end of December, and so I worked, I played. It was a little bit of everything, but it was always enjoyable because any day at Disney World is better than a day at home. All right, so let's take a look. First, I'm going to show you my celebration button for my birthday. All right, so here we are. You can get these at your resort. Some of the shops, even some of the restaurants can get them, but they will write your name on it, and then, or you can write your own, but they wrote mine on it. And then because I did one night in concierge at the Grand Casino Towers at Coronado Springs, they took my button and she blinged it out for me, which I thought was adorable. And you can see it's all about that pink, which is my favorite color. You're gonna notice a trend with that. Anyway, we're gonna start with that because that's my favorite thing. Oh, well, you'll see here in a second. All right, now, first mug I think I brought was this one. How cute is this? Of course, with the pastel colors, absolutely one of my favorites. And then it's got logo on the back, and then of course on the inside you have that. So got this at the Disney store. To be honest, I don't even remember which one. Honestly, I was in and out of all of them. Super cute. Hopefully you can see it's even pink glitter. Is it focusing? It's focusing on me. Anyway, hopefully you can see it. Absolutely adorable. I'm sure y'all have seen it went viral. The Starbucks tumblers. There was a a pink bow and a blue bow one. Those tumblers were nowhere to be found. Could not find them anywhere. There were a couple blue of the coffee mugs, but I didn't see a pink one until I went to Starbucks to grab myself a coffee. And there we are. I found the pink mug. So if I can't have the tumbler, I'm gonna get the mug. So y'all, come on. Look at the detail of this handle, the bows everywhere, the pink of everything. I mean, come on, look at this. Oh my gosh, I'm in love. So cannot wait to use this. In fact, I'm probably gonna use it tomorrow. The new, it's like the Cinderella Castle collection, I guess is what they're calling it. But God, look how gorgeous that is. With the castle, the blue and white, the Mickey ears, the gold here. It's just absolutely gorgeous. They have so many pieces in this collection too. And I saw it and I was like, I have to get that. And in fact, I got something else to go with it. Sorry I keep turning my back on y'all, but it was just easier this way. Picture frame. Is this not adorable? This same line. And then of course it is the most magical place on earth. So now I have to find the perfect picture to go in there. And then I think it's going in my office since I'm in the process of redoing that. All right, now in one of the vlogs we already saw that I opened this cute little squishy thing, but I figured I'd show it again because, I mean, come on, look at that face. Is she not adorable? So again, she will probably go in my office as well. Then I needed to get a bag to bring all this stuff home. There seems to be a trend with that as well. And they had this tote bag. I think it was with a certain purchase. It was only like 29 bucks or something like that. Or maybe it was 35. I don't remember. You could find it in most of the shops. But this thing has got a really good size besides being absolutely cute. Is that not adorable? So super cute, but the top, you can see it is broad. that you've got, what is that, about 6 inches there, probably 6 to 8 inches on the bottom. And it is probably, what is that, about maybe 14 to 16 inches tall, 22, 24. Definitely would work as a personal item. And I think this thing could hold quite a bit of stuff. But anyway, I loved it. And again, if you not noticed, there's a nice trend here. Pink, 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 all the pink stuff behind me. All right, one other thing I had to get besides the pens that we're gonna open up here in a second, because I waited on those. It was cold. It was so cold. Now, even actually the day after I left, it was either the day or 2 days after I left, the temperatures actually dropped even more, and it was, that's where you saw, if you've seen any of the videos, I'm trying to think who was out, the Pew 2. He was out at Universal and the fountains were frozen. That's how cold it got. That happened, I think, a day or two after I left. But it was cold. The nights were, at least when I was leaving the parks, they were about 40 degrees. I have not been to Disney when it's been that cold, and I did not come prepared to be that cold. So I ultimately ended up needing a jacket. I picked up a black puffer that has got logo information on the back, the Disney D on the front. It's got a hood, and in fact, I probably could have gone down a size. But at the time, I had on like long sleeves and I had a long sleeve shirt on. I had a sweatshirt on, and I wasn't quite sure what the spacing would be like. And so it was a little big on me. But y'all, it worked. I was nice and warm through the rest of the evening. And the price really wasn't that bad. So it's something I'll be able to wear for multiple days into the future. In fact, funny story, I was at the grocery store, I think last week or 2 weeks ago. Anyway, had it on because it was chilly outside, and I was walking down the aisle and a gentleman was walking towards me, and I live in Southeast Texas, by the way, so I don't even live in Florida, but we were passing each other and we had the exact same coat on. So we both smiled and just said, nice coat. So purchased this as well, just to survive being outside. So I love it. It's nice and warm, and it's extra roomy. So perfect for all those heavy layers underneath that honestly we only get, where I live here, a handful of days a year that even get that cold. So anyway, that is good. Now let's open some pens. I was trying to remember it now. Before I left, I looked at my pens, and I thought, I didn't realize this till literally a couple days ago, thought I had completed the villain pins, but apparently I have not. I am lacking one more, which I need to look, because I don't have boxes anymore. I've thrown them away, and so now I've got to look and figure out what pin I am missing so that I can finish that collection. I have everything but the one pin. So apparently I had started the Disney Princess at I think it was my November trip, and I got, let's see, there's 2, 4, 6, there's 8, and the 2 that I have already are Belle, gosh, I don't know, either Aurora or Rapunzel. I don't remember what the other one is. I definitely know I have Belle. I should know. I literally just hung them on my board 2 nights ago. So let's open this up and see. Hopefully we got new ones, because I'm like one of these people. I know a lot of people just go through and they only want certain ones and then they could care less about them. But I'm like that person that if I start something and I like the pens, then I want to collect them all. I don't care who they are. I just want to get everything that's on the box. So first one, and I'm having issues already. Ugh. I might have to, oh, there we go. All right, you ready? Let's see. I can't even tell. Who do we have? Mulan. Mulan. I think it's Mulan. I'm not very good with some of this, y'all, so don't come at me. Either that or, you know what? Actually, in the description, tell me what you think. I think it's Mulan based on the flower. It's got kind of that, I don't know, the colors are absolutely gorgeous. All right, sorry. I'm not gonna ramble on about that. But anyway, these pins are really nice. The Princess Pastry pins. So if you're looking for a new pin set to collect, these are gorgeous and they're huge. I mean, that is almost like 2 inches tall, the size of that pin. So it is absolutely beautiful. Okay, I am seriously having issues. Scissors it is. I don't want to keep y'all waiting here all day because I know you're on like the edge of your seat wanting to know what this pin is. All right. Oh, it's Cinderella. See, look how gorgeous they are. The coloring on them is just beautiful. Ooh, I'm so excited. I'm just glad they weren't duplicates. We have, what are these? Kind of like the yearly mystery pins, I believe. To be honest, I don't even know what the options are to be in these pins. I just saw them and was like, we're gonna grab them and see what we have. All right, so, oh, each one contains, I think, 2 pens. So based on, we're gonna do this one first. So let's open them up. Let's see. I have no idea what the options can be for these. So I don't even know what to think. All right. First one. Ooh. Anyway, it's the end of the day. Please pardon my lack of brain power at this moment. And his name is on the tip of my tongue. And I'm so mad at myself that it's not coming out. And then next, oh, we got a little Star Wars action here. I love it. All right, we're doing this one next. So the first one we just did was this one. And we have, oh, Sorcerer Mickey Hats in the Castle. Y'all, look at that. Oh, that is fabulous. Oh, that is great. And we've got Mickey ears. That is fab. Oh, I'm so excited. Those are awesome. All right, pink one last. Let's see what we got. I need to look these up to find out what they could have been. All right. Oh, we have a pastry. Cute. And then lastly, okay, future Adrienne jumping in really quick to stop myself from being extremely embarrassed, but I had no idea that that was a bubble wand. And so once I looked it up, it made sense. I knew it was Pluto, but the bubble wand did not make sense. Okay, back to past Adrienne. Oh, they are adorable though. Ooh, I'm so excited. What an awesome pin collection. Very cool. So I will be going back here in a couple weeks. And now, I don't know if I'm gonna keep looking for more of these. This was the first time I'd seen the pink one. Haven't seen that at all. And then I feel like I've seen these two at some of the shops. So might have to try again. We're definitely gonna get another round of these and then probably get another round of the villains because I've got to finish out that set. Now, I just started literally y'all collecting pins, probably the middle of last year, I think, or was it late this season before? I wasn't gonna do it because I was like, oh, whatever. And then I bought my first like 1 or 2 pin sets, and then I'm like semi-obsessed. Not like y'all. There's some very involved pin traders out there, and in fact, I've actually traded this many. I've traded none, but I now have about 4 or 5 pins that I need to remember to take with me on this next trip, so I can trade for some other things, whether I find stuff that I'm already collecting or I can start choosing. Like I know a lot of y'all do, is you will pick your favorite characters, right? And start collecting any pins that have anything to do with that particular character. So I may start checking out for stuff like Minnie Mouse or some really cute Minnie and Mickey. I like the traditional sense of that. Cinderella, Belle, I don't know, all the things. I'm just excited now that I actually have traders. I can start looking for that. Now, the other thing that I've started collecting as far as pins go is collecting the resort pin. I have only a small portion of, because I've stayed at like 18 of the 21 or 19 of the 22 resorts. Now, it's not getting into, like I've stayed at Wilderness Lodge, but I've not necessarily stayed at Boulder Ridge and Copper Creek. So I'm just counting that all the DV stuff, everything as one. So the only ones that I have not stayed at thus far is I still haven't stayed at Contemporary. We'll say Contemporary Bay Lake. I've not stayed there. I've not stayed at the cabins at Fort Wilderness, and I have not stayed at Old Key West. I think those are the only 3. I have stayed at all the other resorts at this point, but the last 2 trips I have been on, which was Coronado Springs and All-Star Music, neither had pins. And I was like, y'all, I need to. So next trip, we'll see. Hopefully there's some pins there. Even when I stayed at Yacht Club. So actually make that 3, the last 3 trips that I have been on. Yacht Club, Music, and Coronado Springs. None of them had resort pins. So hopefully they're going to be coming in. All right. That was my most recent haul of my last trip. So super exciting. Let me know what y'all think. Did I do all right? Do you like the mugs? Like, which one was your favorite out of those 3? Let me know. Do we like the Pink Bow? Did we like the traditional Mickey Cinderella castle? Which, gosh, y'all, you can't go wrong with that one. Or the pastel castle with the most magical place on earth. Which it is, isn't it? Anyway, so thanks for following along. What is it that you like to get when you go on your trips? Are you a coffee drinker or a tea drinker for that matter? When you're at home doing your work and you want to be at Disney World, what better way to do it than to drink your coffee out of a Disney World coffee mug? All right, I'm going to stop rambling. Thanks again for following along. Stay tuned. In just a couple weeks, it's going to be a quick, just a couple day trip. And then after that, I don't have anything planned for a while, which is unacceptable. So we'll see how that goes. So anyway, stay tuned. If you like the content, please like the video and don't forget to subscribe so that you know when the next videos are coming out, because I want you to come and hang out with me while I visit Disney World. Okay? So until then, thanks for hanging out. Again, you've been watching Follow Me to the Magic, and until next time, I hope you have a magical evening.